What if buying a movie ticket in the wrong section could land you in jail and change a nation's history forever? This is exactly what happened to Viola Desmond, a remarkable woman whose quiet act of defiance became Canada's Rosa Parks moment. In 1946, Nova Scotia was a place where racial segregation wasn't just accepted, it was enforced. Black Canadians faced discrimination in restaurants, hotels, and even movie theatres. But Viola Desmond wasn't just any ordinary citizen. She was a successful businesswoman who had built a thriving beauty empire, operating her own salon and beauty school in Halifax. Born in 1914, Viola grew up in a family that valued education and entrepreneurship. When beauty schools in Canada refused to accept black students, she travelled to Montreal, New York, and even Atlantic City to learn the latest techniques. She returned home determined to create opportunities for other black women in the beauty industry. On November 8, 1946, Viola's car broke down in New Glasgow while travelling to Sydney on business. While waiting for repairs, she decided to catch a movie at the Roseland Theatre. She purchased a ticket and sat in the main floor section, not realising it was designated for white patrons only. When told to move to the balcony section reserved for black moviegoers, she refused. The theatre manager called the police. Viola was forcibly removed, arrested, and spent the night in jail. The next day, she was fined $26 for tax evasion, a technicality since tickets for the main floor cost 1 cent more in tax than balcony seats. What makes Viola's story extraordinary isn't just her courage in that moment, but her determination to fight back. She hired a lawyer and challenged the conviction, even though the legal battle cost her more than the fine itself. Though she lost the case, her actions sparked conversations about racial discrimination across Canada. Viola's business suffered after her arrest. Facing ongoing harassment and financial difficulties, she eventually moved to New York, where she continued working in the beauty industry until her death in 1965. For decades, her story remained largely unknown. But in 2010, the Nova Scotia government issued a formal apology and granted her a posthumous pardon. In 2018, she became the first Canadian woman to appear alone on a banknote when her image was featured on the $10 bill. As Viola once said, "I paid my money, I had my ticket, and I sat down." Her simple act of dignity challenged an entire system of oppression. Today, her legacy reminds us that ordinary people can create extraordinary change when they refuse to accept injustice.